brothers and sisters. It's Mike from We Are the Saints. Um, this is a video, which is a follow-up to the video I did that was titled "The Day I Went Into a Demonic Stronghold." I think that's what it was. And in that video, I talked about Leslie, the painter, and I said that I would talk about the other painting that I have. That's what this video is about. If you are seeing this video first, I would suggest you go and watch the other video first before watching this one. It'll give you some context. And again, it's the video that is titled "The Day I Walked Into a Demonic Stronghold." I believe that's the name. And this painting, this was an additional painting that she did. I went over to, we would visit, I would visit with her quite often when she was going through her cancer treatments, because she was getting sick, and then she got better, and then she started progressively getting sick again. And we would just schedule, we would contact each other, and we would just set up a time. So this is one of the times I went over, and when I got there, she was really excited to talk to me, because she said, "I did another painting." And she said, "I think you would really like it." I said, "Okay." So she said it was about an experience that she had, and she couldn't really explain it to anybody, but she thought that I would understand. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to show you the picture first. And this is the picture that I've had in the background for quite some time. It's a painting, and it's an original. And she said to me that she was sitting in her chair. She had a particular chair she liked to sit on. And when she wasn't feeling well, and she said she'd have episodes where she just wasn't feeling well at all. And one night she wasn't feeling well sitting in this chair. And I'm not sure if she called out to Jesus or just was in just a lot of pain. And all of a sudden she said, this figure appeared to her. I'm going to describe it to you as best as I can, the way Leslie explained it to me, which was she was sitting in her chair. This figure appeared before her. And she said it was like in a bluish sort of hue. It was an outline of a person. And she was completely surrounded by what looked like flames. And she couldn't quite describe what it was. It wasn't like fire, like heat, but it was fire like love. And she said this thing emanated love to her so passionately. And she said it made her feel so much better, like she was in so much pain, but she felt great during this experience. It wasn't until a little bit later that she realized that the person she was drawing was Mother Mary, which was Jesus's mother. So this is a picture of Mary. And for me, going through what I had gone through with the Lord about Mary, this was just a reinforcement for me as well, to remind myself that Mary is extremely important in Jesus's eyes and God's eyes. And she said something to her. So she was sort of like surrounded and enveloped in this love, and she felt it emanating, because she said her hands were down by her side, and she felt like rays were coming off of her, and they were hitting her, and she was just feeling so wonderful. And Mary said this to her, and she wrote it on the back of the picture so she could show me. So this is the back of the picture. I don't think you can read it because it's not the right, but it says, "You are my beloved." And I use that term, the Lord uses that term with me and us a lot. So that resonated with me right away. But she didn't understand it. she didn't understand what was happening, and she couldn't wait to explain to me. But what she did was she went right down when she was feeling better the next morning or whatever, while she was still clear. She went down and she painted it. And she still wasn't sure. She thought it might have been an angel. But when I was talking with her, I asked her how it interacted with her. She said, well, it spoke to me and called me, I am her beloved, or you are my beloved. And I said, that's not necessarily an angel. And she said, it felt like it was a female with a maternal presence about this picture. And she came to me later, maybe a few days after we'd spoken, and she had said sorry, one second. She had said that she asked me if I knew anything about a woman named Mary. And so I began to explain that Jesus' mother was named Mary. And when I started to explain this to her, this is when she said, that painting is Mary. And I said, it certainly sounds like it from what you've experienced and what you're telling me. Which she didn't see her face, and she didn't see anything other than she was wearing like a long kind of robe, and it was like bluish, and just a very beautiful presence. And she said that it was so touching that she had to paint it. And she knew I would really be interested in this. So, and then she said she felt really well for quite a few days afterwards. So she finally got some relief from her sickness. So that's the other painting I wanted to sort of share with you. We are going to be finding a way to maybe make prints of these paintings. The original one with Jesus and this one. This one is a signed painting by Leslie, and it also has that inscription of you are my beloved. I'm going to try and do like a testimony and write down the things about Leslie that I can think of. And hopefully we'll be able to do prints of these pictures for you to purchase. We haven't quite ironed out the details. We're trying to figure out a way to help pay for a lot of the expenses on the ministry. And we're thinking about artists, painters who have paintings. Perhaps they want to share it. Maybe they want to use it to help with the ministry, spread the gospel, and that sort of thing. So we have been in touch with somebody who is looking into it. I'm trying to get some really high resolution digital pictures or a digital file, and see what we can come up with. But that's what the Lord's doing right now, and the Lord's moving in that way for us to continue with the translation channels and some of the other things that we're doing. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Again, Leslie was a wonderful friend, and she was a gifted painter, and some of her other artwork is out there. I'm not I'm not really interested in any of her other artwork, just this. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you get something out of it. If you have any questions or what have you, please leave a comment. If you want to join us on Discord, please join us on Discord. If you have any particular talents that you think that maybe we could use to help with the ministry, I always want the content to be absolutely free. Nobody should ever have to pay for the messages the Lord gives me, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And keeping the channels open and non-monetized is also important for us, but we got to find a way to help with the expenses. So if anybody has any ideas, please email us. And thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Hope you're well, and I'll see you on the next video. Shalom.